Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at 3 bottles from Combat Armory. I used that website for quite some time. Most of the time the quality is pretty good and the prices for sure too. Sometimes it did not work out, so over the years there are quite some videos on my YouTube channel. So about last week I saw online that they had heavily blemished bottles for sale. Those bottles are Glock 19 9x19 caliber, and they had 2 versions, the threaded ones that we see here and the non-threaded standard length version. Both were just $8. So I say for $8 we're gonna try it out, how that's gonna look with a heavily blemished version. They had a picture there of the bottles. You saw a different variety of those millet embellished bottles that they offer, just in a stainless steel finish. So there was no way to pick or choose whatever you get, so that was just a random pick that they did. Anyways, so I did order 3 pieces with the threaded muzzle, and all in all it was under $10 for each bottle shipped, which is a great deal for a stainless steel threaded bottle for a Glock 19. The Glock 19 from Gen 2 to Gen 5 currently, that is the same in the locking area and all that. There was no change, and by generation 1 there was never a Glock 19, just a 17. Back then, as I started with Glock, that was a Glock 19 Gen 2 that I had, so those bottles would have fit into that firearm too. So what we got here, I would say we just start with this one here. As we see, we have just a stainless steel bottle, Glock 19 length with a threaded muzzle, the usual thread for the silencer or compensator, whatever you're gonna use. So all of those bottles were stone washed, and they still have a bit the residue of the stone washing on it. Those bottles here on the table are exactly how they came out of the little plastic sleeve that they got shipped in, so I did not rework anything on them, just to give you the look how they are. We have on one side the 9x19. The stone washed finish is a bit coarse, I would say. They quite likely at a certain point saw that they had some blemish, so they took it out, so it doesn't have an absolute fine or finer stone washed finish like a regular production one would have. Now for the thread, we see there the rifling in it. It's pretty okay. It's not the smoothest, it's not the roughest that I ever saw, and pretty much all are the same. We're gonna look at that then as we hold all 3 of them in the hand. The feed ramp is relative smooth. That would work out of the box like this, but for me, I'm gonna high polish that quick. That doesn't give you much work. But where is the blem, the heavy blem? So it's basically not the bottle, but it's milling. Say in this case here we have long flutings, and you see the depth and the width of the fluting is not always the same, and we have some chatter marks, milling chatter marks and all that. Would that affect the function? For sure not. That all would work. We see here on top the groove is way deeper and wider compared to the more shallow ones on the bottom there. Once the bottle is in the slide, you don't see that much anyhow. So that is the blem there. Muzzle is good as well, threading is good. The lock-up part, all in all. Then to the one that I like the most. Never had such a spiral fluted one. Here the same deal. I would say this one is actually the best condition of all the three, if you wanna judge them by the rifling there as well. Chamber. The bottles are all the same, they just make a different surface of the milling. Now we see here some chatter marks. We see some dirt of the leftover of the stone washing, and yeah, that's pretty much is it on this one. Looks pretty good. Muzzle too. Maybe here we have a bit more chatter marks, but nothing bad at all. Then we come to number 3. Elongated fluting. I would say that is the worst of the 3. We see here they had problems with the miller. It did not mill out. That's the underside. As we turn it around, we see here that doesn't look too amusing either there. Top is pretty good. That side is pretty good, and we see somehow that's a little bit deeper than say here. And yeah, the underside is the worst with that part there. Muzzle is good. The other parts are really nice. Caliber is on it. Feed ramp and all that is good. Now, as we hold all 3 together, we see a bit more how that looks. Have to reach around the camera. So we see there bottle on the left with the rifling, then the middle one, then the right side one. It's not the finest, it has quite some chatter marks in there, but that sure works. We see the feed ramp, so that works, and we see a little bit this throating is a bit less than the other 2 there. The hood part on top, we see this one has a bit chatter marks there, but not much. You can always use a polishing wheel or tool like by a Dremel and get rid of that. But yeah, all in all, really nice. As we look at the muzzle side, that all works too. The thread as well, we did not have had any much damage on the thread there. That should all work really well. So yeah, that is basically a test, so that you don't have to buy them if you don't want to. What you can get for less than $10 in a Glock 19 style bottle, in this case from Combat Armory. I'm not even sure if that is made in USA or where those bottles come from originally. There is not much listed on the website, but the prices on certain items are sure really nice. It's just sometimes the quality is a bit a mixed bag, like by a slide that I did test out, that did not work out at all. But that is now a couple years in the past as well, so maybe they buckled up. So yeah, all in all, I'm sure happy. And so unfortunately Glocks, Glock 19 Gen 5 and others are not that often available with a threaded bottle. You can buy additional bottle from Glock. That is sure $150 brand new, and basically the opposite of what we have here on the table, and basically give you a similar result and accuracy. If you shoot lead, the Glock bottles with the polygon and the more shallow rifling if you want to call that, inside the bottle profile. That they say is not that good for lead bullets, but yeah, who gonna shoot lead in 9mm? I don't think that is many people that's gonna do that, but the traditional rifling in those bottles here gonna eliminate any problem in that regards too. So now the next is to rework them a bit and polishing and all that, and then step by step to test it out. If there are any problems showing up with those bottles, I'm gonna put it in the description and in the comments, but I don't expect too much of problems or trouble, but for sure I would list it in case I get any problems with it. So that much about the Glock bottle deal from Combat Armory.